Good afternoon, and welcome, friend, to this edition of Toddle In. And as you know, we live in Western Canada in the province of British Columbia, just outside of Vancouver, about 35 minutes from the city limits of Vancouver. And last Sunday, we had an opportunity to take in a hockey game. So today we're going to toddle into the city of Vancouver and take in a hockey game between the Chicago Blackhawks and the Vancouver Canucks. The game starts at 5 o'clock in the afternoon. So my wife and I, what we like to do is head into Vancouver a little bit early. So we jumped into Allison Duramax and headed west into the city of Vancouver from Langley, our hometown, and spent the greater part of Sunday roaming around and strolling around the beautiful city in the inner harbor of Vancouver. Lots of places to toddle in when you're in Vancouver. From the art gallery, the library, to the sights along the harbor, watching the seaplanes and the float planes coming and going, and along one of the most famous shopping districts in all of the world, Robson Street. From Burrard down, Robson Street is just a huge magnet for shoppers and tourists from all around the world. So we had a beautiful day in Vancouver. The sun was shining. The temperatures were around 11-12 degrees, but it made for easy walking. And we toddled from, into Nordstrom's, the Bay, a huge department store here in Canada. And we toddled from there off down to the Shark Club, where we had a late lunch with friends and then took in the hockey game. So by the way, if you're curious, the Chicago Blackhawks defeated the Vancouver Canucks that Sunday late afternoon, by a score of 1-0. So it was a fun time. We had a lot of fun. And we took our GoPro along and our still camera along, and we took some pictures and sights that we saw that when we were toddling around the city of Vancouver that we hope you'll enjoy. So Vancouver, well, it's part of the lower mainland of British Columbia, and it's the most populous city here in the lower mainland. And you may be surprised, the GVRD, the Vancouver Regional District, is huge and the population is great. But in the city of Vancouver, the population is just under 650,000 people. Some of the most expensive real estate in the world. In fact, in Canada, Toronto and Vancouver are often compared as cities with the highest real estate. So, and if you look at a map of Vancouver, you'll see why. It's right on the edge of the Pacific Ocean and Burrard Inlet and the whole area. And in the edge of the city is a huge park called Stanley Park. And of course that takes up a lot of real estate. But it's a booming, thriving city that is alive. You can feel the energy when you're in Vancouver. The people are so friendly. Parking not so much, but to get around Vancouver is not easy, or not hard at all. It's very easy, in fact. The city is laid out in a grid system. The main streets, and then off of that, and then all of the suburbs of Vancouver. We enjoyed the Kitsilano area. I worked in the Kitsilano area for a number of years, and always enjoyed being close to the water. And Vancouver, the downtown core of Vancouver was just across the Broad Street Bridge from where we were. And then of course Granville Island Public Market is another huge attraction, which was about 10 minutes away from where I work. So we had lots of places to explore in a busy, hectic day, just to take time away from work and go explore some of the sites. So I hope you'll enjoy this short video of our Sunday afternoon as Eileen and I toddled off to Vancouver. And welcome if you're a new subscriber or you just happen to land on our channel, we welcome you, and I would encourage you to give us a like and a thumbs up, and that'll help us produce some more videos as we toddle in. Toddle In is basically a channel where we get into our RV, our recreational vehicle. We have a 2017 Grand Design Reflection that we bought new, We've been across Canada, not quite across Canada, but a good part of Canada, and into the United States, from almost the East Coast to the West Coast, and saw lots of sights in between that. So be sure to look at some of our other videos. We also follow our grandchildren on this channel in their sports activities and the busy lives that they have. So there's a mixture of things that we enjoy doing that we wanted to share with you, our audience, here at Toddle In. And we've got plenty of roadside stories coming up when I take the cover next spring off the RV and we start doing some more traveling, and we'll be sure to take you along on those adventures. So thank you very much for stopping by our channel, and let's head down to the city of Vancouver.
When we kissing, fever with a flame. I miss Mrs. Daddy, won't you treat him right? Whatever the lyrics. Now you listen to my story. Here's the point that I have made. Chicks were born to give you fever. Be it Fahrenheit or centigrade, they give you.
It's raining day, can't see the yellow lines anymore. The next exit has a church, then I know what I'm praying for. Set me free from the chains on my hands and feet I wear. It's like lusting for a woman who only wants a millionaire. She said, you know me, you can find me at the halfway cone by the old payphone. I'm a lover, not a runner, so I think I'll let you kiss me once. She said, you know me, you can find me at the halfway cone by the old payphone. I'm a lover, not a runner, so I think I'll let you kiss me once. Yeah, it's 2:45 by the time I hit the hotel. Keys on the floor, falling deep into the cheap smell of 409 and knockoff pie. Phone starts to ring, but it's all in my mind. She said, you know me, you can find me at the halfway cone by the old payphone. I'm a lover, not a runner, so I think I'll let you kiss me once. She said, you know me, you can find me at the halfway cone by the old payphone. I'm a lover, not a runner, so I think I'll let you kiss me once. It was only a dream. It was all just a dream. It was only a dream, as real as it seemed. Just a dream. It was only a dream. It was all just a dream, as real as it seems. She said, you know me, you can find me at the halfway cone by the old payphone. I'm a lover, not a runner, so I think I'll let you kiss me once. She said, you know me.
Well, that's it for this edition of our journey into Vancouver. And on Sunday, we had just a fabulous time taking in some of the sights, just a few of the sights of that beautiful city on the west coast of Canada along the Pacific Ocean. And we will be heading back into Vancouver, and I'd like to show you Stanley Park from our point of view, along with the seawall and some of the beautiful areas that we just didn't get a chance to do last Sunday of Vancouver. There's lots to see and do, and we love toddling around that beautiful city and the lower mainland of British Columbia. So if you're ever out in the West Coast area, make sure, if you have not been to Vancouver, to at least spend a couple of days taking in the sights, the sounds, and the uniqueness of a multicultural city like Vancouver. So thanks again for joining us on this episode. If you like this video, please be sure to give us a thumbs up. And if you're a new subscriber, thank you kindly. We really appreciate you being with us on this journey, and we look forward to bringing you more about this beautiful area that we call the Lower Mainland, and particularly the city of Vancouver. And as I reminded you earlier in the video, we'll also be making plans for our trip in the Grand Design Fifth Wheel for next spring, summer, and fall. And Eileen and I will be toddling around the countryside, bringing you a lot different perspective of areas very seldomly traveled and very seldomly seen. So until next time, thank you, friend, for watching this episode of Toddle In.